Day 4 of 21 for total life transformation and building inner wealth. This is day 4, my soul rule book. It says day 1, but this is a project for the day that you're going to begin this today because it's day 4 of the 21 days of total life transformation and inner wealth. It's a WhatsApp group. This is the WhatsApp number. You're going to text 21 days to that number, and I will then put you into the group. Text me your name, your email, and I will put you and add you to my contact database and put you in this WhatsApp group. Our mastermind is 920society.org. It takes you to a Facebook private group. This is the October project in the 920 Society Mastermind. Uh, Today I begin a new life by Og Mandino. You don't want to miss this. And if you're not in a WhatsApp group and you want to do this, this is a 6 minute video with beautiful photos and all. defalco.us/new dash life. What a marvelous, marvelous video that is from Og Mandino's greatest salesman in the world, because we all got to be great salespeople to sell ourselves on our own souls, to be sold on our souls. Sold on our souls. You don't have to follow anyone else's rule book. That's today, day 4. Define success on your own terms, guided by time and wisdom, which is Twisdomology. That's what Twisdomology is, time and wisdom. Write your own rule book write it from your SI, your soul intelligence. What is your soul asking you for? What is your soul calling out for? And remember, your soul is like your thumbprint. It's like your DNA. No one can tell you what God is speaking to you necessarily. You've got to interpret that, or the universe, or the source, whatever you're more comfortable calling it. But you've got to have a rule book for your soul. So go today. Just take out your phone or take out a piece of paper and start your own soul's rule book. That you're going to take care of that voice that cries from within you. Take out a piece of paper, open a note on your phone, and at the top, my soul's rule book. And then this is day 1, the first time you do it. Now I want you to continue on after this, but this is working up to a 21-day transformation. Write your first rule based on your soul intelligence, what it's guiding you to today. It could be whatever you're crying out for, whatever you're wishing for, hoping for, or mistakes that you've made, or whatever, and you're going to fix those, or whatever it may be. What is your soul crying for today? And it could be something simple like, today I'm going to trust my inner wisdom to guide every decision, or today I choose peace over worry. One of the rules that I write out of A Course in Miracles is, I choose peace over conflict. I choose peace over conflict. I choose peace over being right. I choose peace over being right. Love versus fear. That's another simple rule, that if I feel any fear, that I must go to love. Throughout the day, every time you make a choice, pause and reflect on your new rule. Ask yourself, is this choice in alignment with my soul's rule book? Or if it's a situation, and it didn't feel right. It didn't feel good. It doesn't feel right continuing. It doesn't feel right what you did or didn't do, or whatever it is. Come up with very simple. I mean, I'm not talking about paragraphs. I'm talking about one sentence, one line, 2 words as rules for your life. At the end of the day, add a second rule that reflects something you learned about yourself today. This is the beginning of your personal soul guided rule book, written entirely by you. Repeat this 7 times a day, each time revisiting your rule book to remind yourself that you are the author of your life, guided by your soul's wisdom. Now, some of you know my story, some of you don't. 35 years I followed religiously, evangelical Christianity. And, you know, some of you have heard, very comfortable in that box, but it wasn't changing lives. Oh yeah, people would say, I get converted, I got this, I got that, but I'm talking about the soul issues that come out, anger, addictions, suicide, all these other things. So what was lacking? I just had a dear extended family member pass away, and her name was Mary. And when I met her, she was my son's former mother-in-law. And I remember when I met Mary, I was this very in the box, comfortable with all my rules that I would follow. And I remember Mary was, I think she was born a hippie. Mary just lived her own life. She lived it on her terms. She was really, kind of new age in that spirit, hippie, way back then. And I remember I could sit and tell her, and I say, Mary, the scripture say the scripture, and she would say, well, and I would listen to her, and even though she was wrong from my book, from my mind, but there was something deep down inside. I went, she's got a freedom that I don't see, many people that I'm hang out with. And then 35 years later, what happens? I started thinking outside the box. I started reading books back from the 1800s, and how theology is damaging more than healing, and so I really started thinking, and I went to the group I was with for 35 years. I said, we really need to think. Let's read this book from the 1800s. I want to show you, and let's just think outside our box. And they said, listen, you could stay, but you're not going to teach that around here. You're not going to talk about it around here. But anyway, so we need our own soul's rule book. And again, I'm not. Some people have said, Fred, what are you trying to start a cult with Twisdomology? Time and wisdom. And no, I'm just want people to embrace the time that they have, their experiences, and their own innate wisdom that comes from the divine intelligence and divine integrity. So that's what I want to accomplish in my mastermind, 920 Society Mastermind, because then collectively, when we all come together, we are going to change not only ourselves, we're going to change our families, and it's going to be peace over conflict in all circumstances. And it's really to tap our souls and our soul's innate wisdom. This poem here, I never forget. It was actually, I remember very vividly that I heard it referenced in a sermon one time, criticizing humanists and criticizing New Age and all about why we refuse to go to Jesus and we want to go our own ways. And they used this poem, because he said in here, I am the captain of my soul. Um, and they didn't talk about the history of it, where it came from and why this man was crying out this way. Oh my gosh, what a beautiful story. And I still remember it vividly to this day. But here, this is what I'm talking about, your own rule book. He made his own rule book because of his circumstances, what his soul needed. Study his history. Just type it in if you're not familiar with it. Out of the night that covers me, black as the pit from pole to pole, I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. In the fell clutch of circumstance, I have not winced nor cried aloud. Under the bludgeonings of chance, my head is bloody, but unbowed. Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms but the horror of the shade, and yet the menace of the years finds and shall find me unafraid. It matters not how strait the gate, how charged with punishments the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. What am I going to do with all the books of wisdom? Some of you are familiar. I have the 920 Society Mastermind, but I also have a community called 920 Miracles, which is wisdom from all 10 of the most read sacred books, starting with the Bible, the Quran, the Torah, and it goes right on through the top 10 read books of wisdom. And it's just the followers of those books who really misinterpret them. And the wisdom that comes out of those books and how they speak a lot of times to this and the followers just misinterpret them. So we need our own rule book. I love my Bible. I love my Quran. I love my Torah. I love all the books that I embrace and read and study uh, and where it helps me to be a true soul on a daily basis to others and to love and to be able to tap that love, tap that peace that comes from within. Folks, we came from love. We were sent here to bring that love down to earth, and we're going to go right back to that love. We came from wisdom. We are that wisdom. We're going to go back to that wisdom, that source of wisdom. So we need our own rule book to keep tapping that. That's the point of this lesson of total life transformation and inner wealth. When we start commending ourselves more than condemning ourselves, when we start writing a rule book that tells you personally, there's nothing wrong with you. There's only right with you. Watch what happens to your inner wealth, and watch what happens and what comes out where you help other people heal. So anyway, start your own rule book today, day 4. Join the WhatsApp group. Hopefully, come and join the mastermind, 920 Society Mastermind. And I look forward to seeing you in there, hopefully. Oh, the October project. If I passed over this, forgive me. This is Og Mandino's, the greatest salesman in the world, one of his scrolls. It's a beautiful video with a lot of photos, and it's 6 minutes of today I began a new life. I talked about that again yesterday, and this is the October project in the mastermind. Do not miss this one. defalco.us/new dash life. If you're part of the WhatsApp group, you'll get plenty of these. And to help you in your journey. So thank you for being here for day 4 of 21 days, total life transformation and building inner wealth. Thank you.